Hello, welcome to the class.
My name is Partho Majumdar.
Without any further delay, let's get started.
Let's move forward in our discussion on capturing basic statistics from the tweets that we have fetched. In this video, we will discuss how to analyze the devices which have been used for tweeting. Now, analyzing the devices which have been used for tweeting can provide very vital information. For example, I found that people in India basically use Android phones more when they are tweeting, as compared to when people in USA are tweeting, they use iPhones. Also, I found that in Africa, people don't use Android phones or iPhones, instead, they use web apps while they are tweeting. So, we can find a lot of useful information from this analysis. So, what will we do? We will create the frequency table of the sources used for tweeting, and then we will create a pie chart out of that. So, this is very similar to the analysis we did for the languages. So the libraries required are the same. We will use the dplyr library and we will use the forecast library. You already know that we don't require any special library for creating pie charts. The code for analyzing the source is given here. You will be familiar with this by now. So first, we create a factor out of the source information that we capture regarding from where the tweets have been made. Now, the source information is found in the column source. So you can see here the column name is source. So we will first ungroup the data and then we will create a new column called fact underscore source, where we will store the factors for the source. Then we will use fct underscore explicit underscore na to create the factor for the missing items if there are any, and then we will create the frequency table using the table command, and then we will convert that into a data frame. Lastly, we will create the pie chart. For creating the pie chart, we will use the pie function. To the pie function, we will provide the data, which is the frequencies of the different devices used, and for the labels, we will give the name of the device and the percentage of the pie that this particular device occupies. So you can see a sample output on the right hand side. So now let's head to RStudio and see this code in action. So here we are in RStudio again. The code is planted as before. So I run through it now, loading the libraries, reading the system parameters. Next, I will create the API key. Read the Google Maps API key. And then search for a location. That's done. So we will fetch the tweets for India location. So it's fetching now. It's done. We are analyzing the source used for making the tweets. So we will create a factor out of the source. You can see that the column name is source. Next, we will create the frequency table. It's done. And now we see what is the frequency table that has got created. So you can see that there are a lot of source used for creating the tweets. So you can see all of this here. Now let's make a pie chart out of this data. So there we go. There you have the pie chart. So you can see here, like I said, in India, people use Android phone more than they use iPhones for making tweets, at least. Let's do just one more example. Now we will search tweets based on a search string. So we search for the search string coronavirus. So we create the factor out of source, and then we create the frequency table. Let's see what is the data we got. So you can see that around the world people use many more sources as compared to just using iPhone or Android phones. So let's create a pie chart out of this data. So there you have it. So that's the conclusion of this demonstration.